All right, I'm sitting here. Today is May 17th. So that makes this day number 15 of me doing my own Fit to Fat to Fit again. This is like the fifth time I think I did it this year, but I won't be able to do it too many other times. This stuff is killing me, literally. I don't like getting sick. I don't like feeling like I'm having some type of anaphylactic reflex or something like that, my throat closing up. Is pretty dangerous, but I like to experiment. I like to show people that no matter how many times I get these man boobs and gut, it doesn't take long to get rid of that stuff. And you do not have to kill yourself at the gym, because I've always known and I've always proved the point. 80% of your health and how you look depends on what you put in your mouth. It's the so-called diet. It's how you live. It's the lifestyle. 20%, if you want to beautify it and get sculpted, that's the 20% for the workout. You can do your HIIT training and things like that, which we will get into after this 30 days. But for right now, it's all about doing the program. And that's why I'm doing it for you guys too on YouTube, because people want to see it. You know, they don't want to just hear about it, which brings me to the point of this video also. I get a lot of people, and I'm still studying myself. I consider myself a specialist at what I do, but we also have to become more of a specialist in the marketing end of it also. One thing I have to remember, that we all do, a lot of us entrepreneurs, we have to remember that our potential clients, and I like to use the term initiates since I do have a university, my potential initiates to my health society and wealth society and foreign language society, it's not all about me. It's about you. It's about the people who want what I have to give, which is knowledge. The thing about that is you can't talk people into a certain behavior. And you've heard me say this before, but for those who may not get what I was saying, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into it. There is a book, Metu Neter, which is the ancient Africans, the ancient Kemetians or Kimyal, the ones who actually wrote what we now know as the hieroglyphs. They call them Metu Neter, the words of God. And one thing that I saw in that book, which is written by Raul Nefer Amin, is that he always talked about, it was something that stuck out for me. Excuse me, I'm sweating a little bit. I have the setting sun, which is very good. Ra is blessing me right now with the nice rays. The thing is, it said you can't talk people into good behavior. It said that Western thought always uses words when they're ready to talk about good behavior, but when they want bad behavior, the thing that actually gets the desired behavior is a structured facility. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit, because in order to get people to do what you want to do, whatever that desired behavior is, staying in shape, going to school, not doing drugs, not killing people. On one hand, you see a Bible, you see a Quran, you see a Torah. That by itself cannot make people good. It has never worked, and it's not supposed to work that way. In order to get people to do a desired behavior, you must structure a facility. And let me put it a different way. You must set up a structure by which they have no choice but to do whatever that desired behavior is. Case in point. When I make videos, one thing I have to remind myself, which is what I've been trying to do, I really don't get super techie. And of course, you see my ClickFunnels shirt. And as Russell Brunson would say, I forgot where he got it from, but I'm getting it from him. So I'm standing on his shoulders. He talks about people that use tech too much, tech talk. Too much tech talk, psychobabble, technical babble. People like to use big terms, and I don't do it to try to look cool, But, you know, I do love the science part. I'm one of those people that love the science. And for those like me, I have a place for you. We can sit and talk about the science of why this works for hours and hours and hours. And I have the documentation. One thing I have to remember that 99% of the people that are sick, fat, and nearly dead, of course, I use that a lot. That's not me. That's an actual book, and that's an actual DVD. You know, I forgot the brother's name, the guy's name who had it, but he's the reason why I went out and brought a Breville juicer, and I threw my other one away, you know, because I like the video. I like watching people experiment with themselves. And for those who don't know, the guy, you can go look the video up, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and he has a part 2 out right now, a documentary where he was diagnosed with something. He was a millionaire. He was diagnosed with something. The doctors say we can't cure it. Well, that's why I'm burning up too. I got these ones down. It's 80 degrees. I'll roll this down a little bit. But so he did a little research and he was like, let me try the juicing thing. And he basically set out to juice all of his meals for, I believe, 60 days. And he did it. And you watch his transformation. That's the best thing you can do for people. Show them you doing it, which is why I'm putting this out online. Again, people need to see my body just like yours. I ate the same thing you ate, but with finely tuning what I put in my mouth and with the right type of movement, I can show you how to get your body in shape. And it doesn't take years to do it. It can be done very quickly and safely. But going back to Metu Neter, I really thought about that. And I was like, that's true. Same thing when you teach a child. A lot of people like to say, do as I say, not as I do. That's bull crap. They're going to do what you do because that's what they see. That's the focus. Oops. I'm in this guy's. Well, too late. I'm parked in the spot where the shuttle bus, for those that are getting, you know, might have special needs, you know, wheelchairs and stuff like that, but the bus pulled up. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm tripping. I'm right up front to pick up my son, but this isn't a parking spot, a real parking spot, so I'm tripping. But back to the video. He already got on. You know, he's on. They're probably giving me the finger and everything right now, and I deserve it. I'm tripping. But going back to what I'm saying, you can't talk people into good behavior. With children, and for those that know me, I like to use the etymology, and once again, there I go, going too nerdy. But to make this point even better, the word culture has the root in it, cult. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's part of a cult, that's part of a cult, but church is a cult. And this is not putting down church, that's what it is. And it's the good part of that word cult because the word school is involved in that. C-U-L-T. When you spell school now, of course, we use the C-H, you know, the old way was U-L-E, but now we, you know, O-O-L. But it's the same word, cult, C-U-L-T. You can spell it however which way, you know, as languages change, but it's that same word. And it's also can be seen in words like agriculture. It can be seen in culture, agriculture. It can be seen in Aesculapius, the one that schools are teachers about the snakes, which is really what Aesculapius is. Imhotep is the original person. Aesculapius was a different name for Hippocrates, the cult. Whereas, you know, a lot of the Greeks who went over into Egypt and learned about the science of health, they formed their own cult, a Greek society. And it was the cult of Hippocrates. Same thing with the cult of Pythagoras. The cult meaning schooling and teaching. And for you to raise a proper child in the ways of proper maintenance, of hygiene, proper respect for elders and their peers, proper respect for their surrounding, not damaging properties, you have to raise them that way, not through talking, by one, showing them because you operate a certain way, They see the paradigm from which you originate, and they will do the same thing. But also, there's a checks and balances that which whatever norms, folkways, mores, rules, regulations, and laws that you put down, the way that you keep this going is through kind nudging and sometimes whooping that butt. Now, I don't condone whooping people because I think black folks brag about we whoop, but I'm looking at how the children act. You know, who's the ones out there shooting people on the streets the most? You know what I'm saying? What is teaching them more than I took my child to church, I did the best I could. What's teaching them and cultivating a certain mindset is the so-called music. It is a program for self-destruction. Now, it's done on Europeans too, you know, white children, pants sagging, you know, disruptive, vandalizing, smoking cigarettes, smoking, you know, and using a lot of different drugs. They make money off them too. They consider that in military collateral damage, but it is intended to destroy black people and natives in this country, in this particular culture. Now, when I say things like that, a lot of people turn off, and I get that. What does it have to do with health? In order to really understand people, see, about to give me a little hype. I've been trying to be nice, but nice is not always best in every situation. Talking to you guys about what you should do is not going to save you. So I developed a system by which you don't have a choice but to do the desired thing, and it's going to get you the desired result. Going back to ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson, and using words as opposed to setting up a system. My particular system, when you do exactly what I say, not because I'm God and I'm all-knowing, it's because I've taken knowledge from many people before me who done it themselves and who also teach other people to keep getting these results over and over and over again. You are not at fault for why you're still overweight.